Guys, welcome back. This is part 3 of my Train World. And in the last video I did, which was part 2, I was just filling in these empty spots. So, obviously I am going to carry on in part 2 because I need to get this finished before tomorrow morning, and if I don't get it finished by tomorrow morning, I'm gonna murder myself. Because I've been waiting to do this project almost a year, and obviously now I've got it started, almost finished. I'd rather get it finished than, But once it's finished, I'll give you a massive tour around, and I mean humongous tour around. And when it's all finished, along each track, on just I'll show you. So just past this tunnel, along each track, along just here, all along here is going to be loads and loads of trees like this. And then obviously, as you can see there's just a ginormous big station there, a tunnel, and then from the tunnel becomes another station. So obviously this is the end station. Obviously, yes, I should have had another big stretch of rail, but I might do that in another video where I show you on how I build further. So yes, that will be in the next episode. Well, hopefully next video. Yeah. And I will now shut up, and you can gradually just watch. grabbing a chocolate bar, guys. I'm a bit hungry. So I grabbed a milk chocolate bar. And it's the only chocolate bar I'm allowed, so. So yeah, as I was saying, fucking open. Yeah, as I was saying, it's the only chocolate bar I'm allowed. But as I was saying earlier, if I quickly, and I mean just quickly, just generally quickly, show you from here. So if I come through here. From the original station all the way back up where we've just started the very last station, that is a full 1.2 miles. Now obviously I'm hopefully going to put some music to this, if I can figure out how. And then obviously it just comes to a stop, which is basically here. So yeah. Cup of water is always good for you. Right, as I was carrying on. So, in part 3, which is this video, I've almost done the tracks. Almost. Once I've done the tracks, what I'll use then is this one. Polished Andesite. To go on the, on here like that. And then what I should do is get stone slab and like that. As the platform. Now obviously, if I show you my other platforms are exactly the same. They have andesite and then these. And it just makes it more realistic. If you have a look, it just makes it more realistic, and plus it doesn't affect anything. It really doesn't. And you know what, it's one of the best things I've ever used for a train, as it is, because if I show you over here, right, first station, this was my first station ever built, right? Obviously I've used 2 layers there, so I've had to, you know, compromise and put on a little bit of extra layer, but along each a bit of track, I've gone from 2 to 1 to 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 2 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1, all the way along, probably along here, right? Now obviously on these bits you don't see on the other, you don't see them on the other station. So me using them is actually my first try. So I'm hoping that actually, just for a tester, I'm gonna test it out. Just for a test, I'm gonna build a train, and it's gonna be my designated color. Let's pick a random color. Let's just, you know what? Let's go white with black. Windows, door. We'll use a piston. Yeah. Right. So obviously, nope. So it's the next one along. There we go. Okay, so that's actually quite fair. That's connected. It's you know, it's connected. It's in a reasonable state. So what I'm gonna do is build a carriage. Just actually, no, just a train. All I'm gonna do is just build the train, because building the carriage, I've just realised I ain't got enough space. So, obviously take out these. So when you're using, these, the anvil, what you want is to place a block next to it, above one though, and place. Take away, place, 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 and take away. Then what you want is you want your pistons again, and then these. Now you want them down, due to the fact that they look more realistic. Most of my pistons on most of my trains is closed because maybe the trains are too close. But this train is obviously at just a standstill at the minute due to the fact that obviously, you know. So, actually, no, hold on. 2. 1, 2. No. Fuck. Ah. Yeah, so that's obviously I'm just building the train at the minute. That's obviously a carriage or some sort. Now, with the engine, you can build any sort of train. Any sort of train will do, as long as it has the pistons out. What that means is this. So you get your piston, you point it towards you put your levers, you put it out. So it faces outwards, towards the front of the train. Not, obviously, you know. And then what you want to do is, if you're going to build, actually, I'm gonna put a white base, but then I'm going to do a, you know what, stuff it. I'll do yellow train, just for the sake of it. So what I'm going to do is obviously place 1 block there of glass, 1 block there of glass, 2 block, and then 4 block. And most people place glass at the back. At the back, I don't tend to. Now you want an oak wooden door on either side. And then obviously 2 torches in the middle. That's all you need. And then just a yellow top. Now for the front end, what you want is to bring it into this shape. And then what you want is to bring it into here. Now obviously, yes, that don't look like a train yet. You're thinking, oh Christ, that ain't a train. I'll show you. So when you said to me that ain't a train, guaranteed this is a train. Okay, it has 2 fucking layers of funnels, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It looks like a train, so as long as I'm happy with that. Now for the carriage, I'm actually going to do a very light birch wood carriage. Due to the fact that it matches the white, it looks better in birch, and, well, you know. And then, gradually, because obviously I've got the funnel, so what I want is dark grey, very, very dark grey, concrete. And then what you want is to take out that one, and place that like that. And you don't need to touch anything, because what I'm going to do now is this. And at the back of a carriage, you will see there's a connector that's normally if you ain't got a carriage, if you ever see a train that has only got the one carriage but no carriage at the back of that carriage, you'll see the connector is closed up. That is what I've done. I've put the connector closed up because there is no carriage at the back. Now, what I am going to do, and funny enough, I find this pretty funny myself, is I'm not going to add fucking, you know, but what I'm going to do is just add glass all along here. And then what you want, just, you know, stuff it. I'm going to place two connectors there, two doors there, just for the sake of it. Yeah. And then what you want is to get, I don't know, for instance, this wood, right? And what you want is this and this. Now me, I tend to do tables. I love tables and trains. So me, I make sure that the chairs are fairly close. And then I get wood. And then I get pressure plate. Now that pressure plate will act as a table base. And so on. And then what you want is to place 4 torches at either end. Well, I'll say either end, but yeah. And then gradually just get the birch all round the carriage on the top, just the top. And then above that, what you want is this. And gradually just go one up. And then what you want, if you have, say like, let me have a look. You know what, let's get birch wood just to match the train. Just gradually get this, and that's all you need. That is literally all you need to build a carriage. Now obviously the train is fairly different, but at the end of the day, looks good. So that will be your first ever train done. Obviously, as you can see, looks like it's on rails, looks connected. You know, it's fantastic, in my opinion. And then if you ever do get granite and you're thinking, you know, I feel lucky today, go gradually along. Gradually along here as well. And obviously I'm not going to fill it yet because I haven't done the tracks. So what I'm going to do is the tracks first, then I'm going to show you what to do there. Plum. But yeah. Now obviously if you're a Minecrafter like me, you will probably have built trains in the past. And there's a YouTuber I've been watching, and it's understandable. He's fair. He gives the steps. He looks, but he's too quick at the steps he gives. So me, in this video, I will show you how to build the first of the first platform. Now, obviously, this platform, once I've built this track, but the platform's going to be 30 blocks long, and I believe, well, no, you can get, well, by look at that, there is going to be some platforms that are going to be quite small, some platforms that are going to be too small, and then, it's pointless at that. So we want a platform that will work. And we want a platform that will work with the floor, with the, so the building obviously is going to be brick with glass. Not glass plane, but glass. And then the main doors for the building, it's going to be this. Obviously, oak door, like I said. Now, obviously, I'll place a brick building because it's British. Most British train stations are brick. They're not made out of wood, they're all made out of brick, stone, whatever. So, And as you can see, obviously, if you look on here, I place one on there, one, and that's what I do. And it gives. If you look at the railway tracks, it gives that texture. It gives that old-fashioned gravel and wood feeling. To the railway lines. I mean, if you look at railway lines these days, they have gravel between the wood. The wood are planks, but I don't use, these are planks, but they use flat planks. These are quite chunky. So you've got to get the right wood to build a railway line. Now, if you ever look on a railway line, the wood's quite dark. So that's why I've used spruce wood, because it's quite dark. It looks made for railways. Alright? Now you're thinking, what the flip is this chap on about? Well, look closely. What do you see? I mean, you can see a bit of a mountain. It's too small for a mountain, but But what do you see? Do you see any stations? Going to be stations. Oh, I missed that block. That's better. But like I said, they're going to be stations. So we want to make sure that every piece by piece is secured, measured. I don't need the measurements because I know what I need. I've done this so many times, and I've never ever videoed it, and then suddenly the other day I thought, you know what, stuff it, I'll video it for YouTube, because I know for a fact that there's people out there that want to build train stations, that want to build replicas, and obviously if you look at Train Simulator, the railways on that is got brown wood and gravel, the new Train Simulator that recently come out. So even though you think of, I mean here, I'll place some people, funny enough, some people have just done this, and that is just place wood. Yes, looks very modern, looks very railway-like, but it isn't my thing. And what most players are doing now is obviously doing what I do, and that's, you know, and most people are doing this design. Or you could just generally do, people are but there's so many designs to railway, it's unbelievable. And obviously people have done that, people have done that. I myself has personally done this one, which is, and I'll show you now. Which is a British look. Which is a bit of a British look. Okay, yes, the wood may not match. It doesn't matter if the wood matches or what. Right, you think about it. Every railway line has gravel between the wood planks. They don't have, well, yeah, okay, London has these sort of things. And I know in Scotland they have weird looking railways. Right? But it doesn't matter what you use as a railway system. Now, obviously, you do. Funny enough, in other countries, you just get this. In other countries, you just get the one flipping line, and I mean just the one line of rail, and the cart will sit quite happily, let me show you, above here, while going along the, you know, and they will have what appears to be a thing like that going across the railways with a black, obviously, you know, a black wheel in the middle. And obviously, when in I think it's in Germany that they have this, because I've been on it before, and they have a well, I'll say a roller coaster, but they have two sets of train lines out there in Germany. They generally have this one, which is just a single flipping line, or they have this one. If it was a single line and it was a train, I'd prefer this one. Looks British. Okay. So now that is done, in the next video we will we've done 39 something minutes on this video. So in the next video I will show you how to build your first ever platform. And thank you for watching.